Hey, what's up? It's Merc. We're doing some Draft League shit. Hop in. So, this week we're going to be taking on Carson for the last week of the MPL, and Carson's coach of the Chicago Bewears. He's a cool guy. He's in PPL D2 and some other stuff. I haven't talked to him too much before, but seems like a good dude, and it's part of the PPL. I know those guys are relatively cool, except for Shoddy. But we are both locked into playoffs at this point, I think. And I'm certainly locked into playoffs for my division. He's right behind me. And I saw that no matter because of the standings, no matter what we did, it was not possible that he could pass me up in the standings. So, and I don't believe that the person below him could pass him. So I proposed that we do a meme match, and that's what we're gonna do. So, this is his team: Torn T, Heatran, Z, Buzzwole, Tangrowth, Kyurem with the Z, Politoed, Reuni, Nidoking, Vikavolt, Drapion, and Granbull. So we got some pretty cool meme ideas, and let's just show you what I got. So first thing is this is the setter for the team. We've got our Gliscor with the weakness policy. We got Sandville, Swords Dance, Agility, Sandstorm, and Baton Pass. So this is doing one thing. It's double dance passing into my entire team so that they can do their business. With Sandstorm and Sandvale, I can more effectively dodge moves and set up. With Double Dance, it's Double Dance, and I have Weakness Policy to maybe get another boost, because that'd be super spooky. And Weakness Policy is especially good for one of the recipients, and Sandstorm. Well, Weakness Policy and Sandstorm are especially good for one of my mons, which I'll go into first, which is my Doug Trio. So I'm running Rocky MZ with Sandforce, Sandstorm, EQ, Stone Edge, and HP Flying, with Lonely Nature, 212 in attack, 120 for special attack, and 172 speed. EVs on Gliscor, totally random. Didn't calc anything, I don't care enough. But, Dougie, you are here for a purpose, and that is to sweep in a memely fashion. So, all season long I've wanted to bring Z, Sandstorm, Sandforce, Doug Trio, and I'm gonna do it. And he has a Buzzwole, so we are rocking HP Flying with enough special attack to where we can kill a max KO a max HP one. And if we get the +2 pass into us, I believe we one-shot it, unless he's very spadaf for Assault Vest or something. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then Sandforce, if we pass a Swords Dance into this guy and we get the Sandstorm up or something like that, we're hitting super duper hard. So, like, it still has some, like, sensical moves, but it's still pretty memey. Next, I've got 4 mons that can really appreciate getting passed into. Next is the really big win condition. Of course, that's Alamomola. So we got Power Herb with Regenerator, Wake Up, Slap, Waterfall, Bounce, and Knockoff. Run an Adamant with max attack with a little Spadaf and a little speed. Speed was there to outspeed something at +2, I think. So this is the thing I want to double dance pass into the most, because Waterfall, Wake Up, Slap, Bounce, and Knockoff really does a lot to his team. I Power Herb Bounce because it diddles a Buzzwole, which I thought would be really fun. And overall, this thing can do a lot of work because Aloe's kind of strong, and if you pass a Swords Dance into it, it's kind of stronger. Yeah. It sounded like a fun idea. Next we've got SD Roserade. This is the only set you should ever bring. I wanted to bring Watmel Berry, but then when I was genning it, it said, oh, this berry doesn't exist in Sun and Moon, so that's too bad. So I have Bluck, which Watmel Berry gives you base 100 power, Natural Gift Fire, whereas Bluck gives you a 90, so that's not too bad. We got Natural Cure as the ability, SD, P-Jab, Petal Blizzard, and Natural Gift. Shout out to bringing Petal Blizzard on special attacking grass poison types. Yeah. This is cool. It can do stuff, and it's fun, and it can like kill a Ferrothorn maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it's an SD Roserade. What else do you want? And lastly, we've got a somewhat meme. Well, not lastly, we got one more. We have a somewhat memey Goodra set. I have Sub Punch because this was the last thing I added to the team. I was in call with some other people. I was like, yo, you need to bring Sub Punch Goodra. I was like, hey, you're right. So we have a Sub Punch Goodra with Sap Sipper because he has some sort of spooky grass dude. I don't want to like inherently lose to everything, so just having a bulky thing is kind of good, I guess. Yeah. Of course, I don't really care that much. Like, I don't count this in my overall record because meme matches don't reflect my super battling skill because I'm having fun and not trying hard. But That's cool. Sub Punch Guja with the Fire Punch and Dragon Tail. Gets walled by a Comfy, which I very much glanced over. I was like, Roserade can handle Comfy, that's fine. And lastly, we've got the only set you should ever bring on Tapu Koko, which is Choice Scarf with U-Turn and Volt Switch, because you need to get that momentum 100% of the time, guaranteed. You can never not get momentum. If you do, you're just basically failing, and that's what Tapu Koko is good for. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. And here's the battle. So we have our 6, and he brought Vikavolt, Comfy, Nidoking, Politoed, Drapion, and Kyurem. I have no idea what he wants to do, but I'm just going to lead off with my Tapu Koko because what else would you ever lead with, right? And it's scarfed with U-Turn and Volt Switch, so I can guarantee get out of there no matter what. So I'm going to lead off with my Shelburb, and he's going to lead off with his Vikavolt, which is like scary. I was like, oh, I don't have a lot to switch into this. I was like, wait, no, I've got a Gudra, that's fine. So what I can do is click U-Turn right here. Didn't want him to like hard switch into Nidoking, expecting some sort of like electric move, and U-Turn is just going to do a little chunk. And I'm going to get back on my ball and go into my Slime Slippers. So Gudra's here, we out here, and looking to Focus Punch stuff, but then he just goes with the Volt Switch. It's like, okay, well, Comfy's going to come in, and Comfy's going to ruin my Christmas. So is that what's going to happen? Yeah. Comfy's here. I'm getting terrible flashbacks, so the 2 times that Comfy is just eating my salad, and I'm spooked because Comfy is the most broken mon in existence. Like, ask Matty Brawlick, he'll vouch for the same thing. It's absolutely busted. So I'm going to go into my my Tapu Koko, because I kind of thought he might be choice banded because it's a meme match, but he just goes for the Calm Mind, so I'm like, oh, well, that's scary. So I'm going to go for the Volt Switch right here because it's going to do more than, like, the U-Turn. Yeah. So we're going to Volt Switch, revealing our second move, so now he knows our full set. And what I can do is just go into Roserade. I didn't want him to have like Acrobatics or something like that, or Banded Return, which might do a little chunk, because Banded Comfy is the best set, but he doesn't know. So he's going to go for the Hidden Powers, like, oh, he got me with HP. Guys, nah, it's not. Apparently it's HP ground. So I'm going to go for the Poison Jab right here as he leaves it in, which is great for me. I thought he'd go into Drapion. I kind of wanted to double on it, but he's going to pop his weakness policy. And that's really scary. It shows he's like super defensive. He's going to go for the Calm Mind. Is like, this is good because this thing can't beat me from here. Because Draining Kiss should not be doing that much, even if he's at +4, because it's a weak ass move and Roserade's relatively specially bulky. So Draining Kiss is going to come out. It does a little chunk, not enough, and the recovery he gets is not going to save him from this Poison Jab. So Physical Roserade putting in the work that it always knew it could do, and down goes the thingy. Thank goodness I finally killed a Comfy. Its reign of terror is over against me. I just hope Maddie doesn't pick it up in the NPL, TBH. Now he's going to go into the Drapion, and Drapion Spook, I don't want to stay in because I can't do anything to this guy. I kind of wish I might have packed on like Natural Gift Ground instead, but alas. So I'm just going to go into my Gliscor so I can start setting up on, or something like that, or sack it, I don't know. But he goes for the sub, and I'm like, oh, that's scary. But I don't have an attacking move on this, and I don't really care that much because I want to try and pull off my set. So I'm just going to go for the Sandstorm as he shows Acupressure, and I'm like, oh, that's really scary. So on the side of memes that he went with the very spooky memes that very spook me. So he gets the Spadef boost, which is great because I don't have any special attackers on my team aside from Tapu Koko's Volt Switch. So I get the Sandstorm up, so now I'm like super extra dodgy and stuff. Yeah. And if I had Earthquake on this, that would have been practical, but not useful, because why would you want that? He's gonna keep on this Acupressure game as, so you get the evasion here? He gets the evasion, and I'm like, ah, shit, so now he has the ability to 6-0 me because he got the evasion, and I could miss all of my moves. So we've got Sandville Gliscor versus a +2 evasion Drapion, so that's pretty scary. But I'm going to set my agility, so now I can set up the SD. And basically what I'm just going to try and do is go into my Aloe and go for code Steel Balls of Fury. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. So he's going to Acupressure once again. I'm just hoping he doesn't get like attack and speed boost up the wazoo, as he's going to get an accuracy raise, which I don't think is going to matter. And turns out that he doesn't have any inaccurate moves, so it didn't. So that's great. it's like a 1 in 8 chance to get what he wants or something like that on any given turn. So I'm going to baton pass and go into my Aloe, and now it's just a matter of can I hit enough waterfalls to take this thing down. And he's going to go for the knockoff. I was like, no, my power herb, it's gone, and more importantly, a chunk of my health is gone because this is an offensive Aloe. So that's a bummer. And now if I can't kill this thing, then I might be in... Well, if I can't break its sub, then I'm just going to lose because my only other way to like kill it is Dugtrio. So, Aloe, I need you to do the thing. I'm good for the waterfall. It's going to hit, and it's going to be able to break its sub, obviously, because, you know, we're a +2 Aloe, and we're beefy and strong and stuff. As he's going to go for another Acupressure, which is the only thing you should do in this scenario, of course. This is the way of things. And he gets another Spit After boost, which is, once again, helpful for me. So now I can go for the waterfall and do a big chunk of damage to him. And we are going to miss this one because I did expect to miss 1 or 2 or all of them at some point. So I was very spooked because I thought this Drapion would eat my salad that Comfy was not able to eat. So he's going to sub up, and we're going to hit a waterfall. I was like, yeah, Aloe, doing the things. Alright, woo. Yay, excitement for my fish. So he's going to Acupressure once again, and just hoping, once again, no attack boost, no speed boost. He gets accuracy again, so plus up, praise be to Arceus, and we're going to be able to try and fire off another waterfall. Can we hit it? Yeah, because Aloe's a beast, and it doesn't give a fuck. It's not going to flinch or anything, so I guess it's not that beastly, but it's going to prevent him from subbing, which is super handy, because now I can like go for the waterfall, and if I hit this one, it's gonna die. And Aloe doesn't care, man don't care, and dead Drapion, which is good because now this thing's dead. Aloe can potentially win. He's gonna go into his Kyurem right here, and I got the Wake Up Slap to slap his face out. So if he is a Rest Kyurem, then he picked the wrong set for today. So I'm going to go for the Wake Up Slap. It's going to do a chunk. I didn't expect it to kill, and I thought it was just going to die to a move. But he's going to, and then he's going to go for the Z move, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to die. I thought that was like the Z Spook, and it was like, okay, he's going to go for like a Shadow Ball or something, right? But then it boosts its attack, and he goes for Z Hoden Claws. So I was like, oh, that works. That totally works. So, turn after the game, they use Outrage Stone Edge Blizzard with Z Hone Claw, so that was pretty cool. But we're going to be able to go for the Wake Up Slap, and down goes Licurem, which is good because that was another Spooker thing, another trigger mod for me, and I finally killed a Kyurem. Wow, that's crazy. But Politoed is here. Politoed is Spook, the God Faith, the God Foth, I don't know. Well, I'm just going to knock off this man and do a chunk. I considered going for the waterfall because I'd probably do a lot since it's in the rain and stuff, but I'm going to get rid of his Slackberry as he goes for the sub. And it's like, oh, you were sub Belly Drum. So he brought like mono setup on everything, which I can respect because it's all relatively memey setup. Comfy did me a spook though, and so did Drapion. But this thing I could have handled because I did have my nice clutch scarfed volt switching thing, Tapu Koko in the back. So he's going to waterfall, rain boosted, still doesn't do much because I'm still an Aloe, even if I'm not if I'm offensive. And I just have to click bounce here because it is the move to click because I haven't shown it off yet. And just an Aloe coming from the sky, readying its assault, so it just drops down from the heaven and fucks this thing in the ass, or well, more in the face because it's coming from the sky. So Politoed dies, and Aloe just wins at this point, which is really fun. And I'm going to get 6-0, which I don't care about the score or anything. It didn't affect my standing at all. And but however, this will allow Aloe to get 6 kills or 5 kills and having it finish the regular season 6-0, which is probably better than an Aloe's ever done before in a league. Maybe Gypsy has one that's like 10-0, who knows. But all he has left is the Nidoking, which I can probably beat with the rest of my team, unless he's like the one set that counters everything, which would be Scarfed Poison Point, so he could freeze me with Ice Beam. And yeah, down goes the Nido, and we get a 6-0, which that's fun. I didn't check to see if he was if he loses playoff spot if we 6-0, but I don't think he is. But if he is, sorry. But yeah, we memed and we conquered, and that's all we care about. Hope you learned something important, because you always should watching my videos, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.